Digital etiquette is a set of rules to follow that will ensure that everyone on the internet is treated with respect. According to Digital Citizenship and Ethics, digital citizenship is about thinking critically, behaving safely, and participating responsibly and ethically in the digital world. With technology being so readily available, digital etiquette is of high importance. An important question that educators should consider is how can we teach the importance of digital etiquette in our classrooms? Another question is, do our students understand the impact that they can have on others through their use of technology? And the last question is, what are some of the categories that fall under the topic of digital etiquette?
One of the biggest challenges of digital etiquette is being respectful to other people online. Cyberbullying and privacy concerns have become a major problem that children and adults are faced with today because of easy access to social media. In 2019, a study conducted by the National Center for Educational Statistics found that about 16% of students in grades 9 through 12 reported being electronically bullied during the previous 12 months. Take a look at this video to learn about different ways to stay respectful online.
Facebook, YouTube, texting, this is my life. It's how I connect, share funny stuff, and make plans.
I go on Facebook every day, but even I've made mistakes, like posting something on someone's wall that I've later regretted. It was funny at the time, right? I mean, who hasn't said something mean, only to have it forwarded to the person we said it about?
My friend. He wrote a comment online about a teacher that he thought was really funny. She didn't think it was. He tried to get rid of it, but he found out the hard way that you can't take it back.
And whatever we post online can live there for a very, very long time. Believe it or not, a friend of mine was tagged in a picture drinking beer. It actually got her in trouble when she applied for a summer job.
So what can we do to protect ourselves and our friends? Well, here are a few simple rules that can keep us safe and smart when we're online or using our cell phones. First, guard your privacy. What people know about you is up to you.
Next, protect your reputation. Think before you post, upload, or send. What's funny or cute today could really embarrass you tomorrow.
Nothing is private online. Anything you say or do can be copied, pasted, and sent to gazillions of people without your permission.
Assume everyone is watching. So the next time you act at something stupid, just remember that your parents, teachers, and even your enemies will be able to see it.
Apply the golden rule. If you don't want something done to you, then don't do it to someone else. What goes around comes around.
Watch the clock. Don't spend all your time looking at a screen. It makes you a boring person. Get a life. Choose wisely. Not everything you see online is good for you. You know what we mean.
Don't hide. Using a fake name to say mean things is not cool. Besides, you're never as anonymous as you think. You can always be found out.
Think about what you see. Just because it's online doesn't mean it's true.
And finally, be smart and safe. Not everyone is who they say they are, so be careful who you tell things to online. Someone could be posing.
Remember, there are no secrets online. You should always think before you post or text. It's easy. If you want to do it in person, then don't do it online or on your phone.
Yeah. I know what you're thinking. Some rules don't make any sense, but these rules do. This is our life, our world, and I want to be able to enjoy all this stuff and not worry about what might come back to haunt me later.
The bottom line is that it's really up to us to protect ourselves, our friends, and our reputations. Things we think are funny or cool today can turn around and bite us tomorrow. Besides, this online and mobile world, it's ours. We're making it up as we go. So why not create a positive world?
One where we feel safe from being embarrassed or humiliated.
For more tips and really cool stuff, visit us at commonsense.org.
Another challenge of digital etiquette is the issue of plagiarism. In a study of 24,000 high school students at 70 different high schools, former Rutgers professor Donald McCabe found that 64% of students admitted to cheating on tests, 58 admitted to plagiarism, and 95 admitted to cheating, whether it be on a test, copying homework, or plagiarizing. Digital etiquette does have its fair share of opportunities. Brad Hoover, a writer for the Harvard Business Review, wrote about the importance of using proper grammar in the workplace. He wrote an article called Good Grammar Should Be Everyone's Business and stated that the people who use proper grammar at work reach higher positions, received more promotions, and kept jobs longer. Finally, digital etiquette provides us with opportunities to be better students. The perfect example of this is the current class or classes we are taking now. In order to receive better grades, it is important for us to make sure that we are being active participants in the classes we attend. Some ways to do this include participate in class discussions, communicate with classmates and professors, and turn on your camera during Zoom meetings if you're able to. Here's a short film made by Michael Galzinski at the University of Maryland providing tips on how to be a better student in an online class.
Can you imagine a world in which you had to go to school all by yourself? No classmates to talk with or learn from. Nobody to hang out with on the mall. A world filled with loneliness and boredom. What would you do?
Let's be honest. Going to school all by yourself would be a pretty crummy experience. Having people around you not only makes the course more engaging and fun, but it also can greatly enhance your learning. As a student, your primary job is to learn. And just like all things in life, the way that you learn and get better at something is through practice. This means that you really need to engage with all of your classes by actively participating, asking and answering questions, and collaboratively working with your classmates to build a cohesive and enriching learning environment.
Let's consider an example. Imagine teaching a class where you couldn't see any students' faces. This makes it hard for the professor to gauge student interest and understanding, and it just makes things boring. With this in mind, we ask that you have your video on at all times during class unless you have special circumstances that require you to turn it off. This will help you, your professor, and your fellow classmates build a productive learning environment. In addition to being present in class, we ask that you also stay engaged by raising your hand or using the chat feature to ask and answer questions. You can also use the built-in reactions feature in Zoom to signal approval or applause at your professor's teaching or their hilarious jokes. In addition to participating during lectures, it is also really important that you engage with your classmates during group work sessions as well. Talking about ideas and working through problems together is a very useful way to enhance your learning. Just like in lecture, we ask that you keep your video on for this portion of class as well. And if you have any issues, just make sure to at least have a picture of yourself so your classmates can put a face to the name and get to know you better. After you've introduced yourself to your peers, you should familiarize yourselves with your work and figure out how to best collaborate with one another. To make your group work more productive and fun, there are actually several tools that you can use. One of the best tools at your disposal is the ability to share your screen. Screen sharing allows you to bring up a whiteboard or a picture of the problem that you and your classmates are working on. With the suite of different drawing and text tools that Zoom provides, you can draw forces on a free body diagram or write text to explain your thinking. In addition to screen sharing, you can also create a collaborative document online using a tool like Google Docs or Google Slides. This allows you and your classmates to input your ideas and contributions in real time, which can help everyone participate all at once. If you do decide that it would be productive to work individually, set a timer so that you and your classmates can periodically check back in with one another to see if anyone has any questions or needs any help. Doing so will help increase your group's productivity and make it easier for your classmates to ask any questions that they might have.
At the end of the day, when it comes to making the most out of your education, it's important that you step up and participate and engage in all of your courses, not only for your own sake, but for the benefit of your teachers and classmates as well. Remember, everything is much better when we all work together. Isn't that right, Mike?
2 strategies to resolve digital etiquette is protect private information, teach students what type of information should not be shared and always kept private. Examples are phone numbers, addresses, or whereabouts. The second strategy is to exit the conversation. Teach students to not participate in conversations that are mean and are not positive conversations. Encourage them to report any cyberbullying. One resource to teach digital etiquette is BrainPop. BrainPop is a common resource incorporated by teachers for many lessons. There is a specific lesson for digital citizenship for grades 3 through 5.
So for the first lesson on digital etiquette, with students, I would like to focus first on 5 main goals for the lesson. Okay, and the first one is SMART, which is understand how and what to share online. The second one would be alert, knowing how to tell the difference between real and fake online. The third one would be strong, how to create powerful passwords to safeguard important personal information. Number 4 would be kind, how to positively impact others and disempower bullying behavior. And the last one would be brave, knowing the importance of open communication with trusted adults about online activity. Now, for the lesson itself, it will be a total digital lesson. For me being a PE teacher, I will take the time and take a day to set up my gym in my classroom with my big, huge projector on the screen on my wall, and we would do this mainly together as an interactive, fun game, which is called Play Interland. And with this game, it teaches you to be a responsible digital citizenship while practicing digital etiquette, and you don't have to worry about things like downloading it or logging in. It makes it very easy for students and educators to practice how to have awesome digital etiquette. The game itself consists of 4 different lands of adventure games, and the different lands would be called Mindful Mountain, which is practicing sharing with caring; Tower of Treasure, which is practicing not to share your secrets with online; Kind Kingdom, which is it's cool to be kind; and Reality River is don't fall for fake or fake individuals or things online. Okay. Digital etiquette is one of the key 9 areas of digital citizenship, along with digital access, commerce, communication, literacy, law, rights, and responsibilities, health and wellness, and security. It's a great idea to structure digital etiquette conversations both as formal lessons and informal lessons as teachable moments when situations arise in the classroom or whenever students are learning. Here I'll discuss 8 key lessons that you can use as starting points to teach students about digital etiquette. It really encompasses a lot and it's really great. So I really like it, and it's more of a thing where you can discuss digital etiquette and you can have students, whether it be logging into Canvas or with a lot of virtual learning, when you have students comment on other students' work, or even things as simple as remembering and protecting your password to things such as Canvas and other, learning websites will help students practice digital etiquette. So number 1 is protect your private information. Um, Here you could brainstorm with your class to come up with examples of private information and discuss any sort of gray areas, like using your real names in class forums, or versus a screen name, and just things of that nature that you can discuss and talk about. Number 2 would be skipping the negativity. Here you will help your students understand and avoid becoming part of the comments culture. Explaining negative comments are just as hurtful as destructive online as they are in person. That's a great thing to help students be conscious of. The third one would be think twice before you send. So here you would teach students the value of slowing down and reviewing their communications before they actually hit send. If they make it a habit to reread what they've written, not only will they teach themselves grammatical errors, but they also teach themselves to be more mindful and more kind of, and to say things that sound appropriate for the setting that they're on. Number four will be exiting mean conversations. Cyberbullying is unfortunately real, and sometimes it can start harmless and spread a wildfire. So whether you're mad with someone or having a confrontation with someone online, just be mindful. And if you ever get in a situation, you want to teach students to avoid and kind of exit those kind of conversations and go the other way. The next one would be avoid sarcasm and dark humor. Guys, you don't want to be like sarcastic and condescending online because it'll rub people the wrong way. And, things could start that way. So that's a great thing to teach students, whether they're in the classroom or outside at home. Number 6, be forgiving of others' mistakes. So part of digital etiquette is if someone happens to say mean things to you online or, cyberbully or anything, try to, combat it with kindness and just be mindful that people make mistakes and people don't always mean what they say. So just try to, be the bigger person is what you will want to teach students. The seventh one would be keep the audience in mind. So this is a big thing for students when they're in the classroom and as they grow and mature into adults, when they gain jobs and occupations. Want to be mindful that it's the internet, and so basically the world is watching, and that's very important concept to have students grasp, because that's probably maybe highest on my list is be mindful of what you say and how you say it and what you do, because a lot of people are watching. And the last one would be to just be mindful when you come into things and when you go into different forums, because you don't just want to say anything and blurt out anything or just type anything. You want to be respectful to others around you and your area and surrounding, and your online environment. So just openly discussing these 8 things and these topics and having students sort of practice this and show you this will be a great lesson and a great thing to implement into your classroom.
So, in conclusion, digital etiquette is an important set of rules that should be taught to anyone who has access to the internet. Students should be taught the importance of digital etiquette beginning in elementary school, because this is the age where they are really starting to be introduced to the use of technology. In his blog post, Digital Citizenship is More Important Than Ever, Mike Ribble stated that students need to understand how their technology use affects others. Remind them that there is a person on the other end of their text, tweet, comment, or post. Digital etiquette is something that students can not only utilize now, but for the rest of their lives and through their entire careers.